Okay, so if you're trying to get the Evil Pitchfork inside a fish, we're actually going to do a few things. So the first thing is if you do not have the Evil Sigil, I believe it's called. Yeah, this. So there's a whole quest you have to do beforehand to unlock this. So make sure if you do not have this, you can either go click the video if I remember to. It'll be in the top right corner right now. Or you can just stay tuned because I will be walking through it step by step. But that guide is a bit faster paced than this one because I did miss a few details in the last one. So we're going to need to head on down to the Desolate Deep to start off the first one because there are a few different NPCs we're actually going to have to interact with. So I'm going to make this easiest by doing just only a few of them. Now, this is going to be the first reason for this, so we're just going to spend most of our time in here real fast, is what we're going to need to do is for the Vimble fragment, you're going to need to get an Atlantean Emperor Jellyfish and an Atlantean Barbed Shark. So these are both going to be from the Desolate Deep, and what we're going to do is simply get the Trident Rod, since this is going to be the one that you're actually going to need for this. Now, I would recommend some decent bait and an Aurora if you can activate it. So I'm just going to grab something. So the first one, the Barbed Shark. So this one likes fish heads. So I'll grab that. And honestly, I'm just going to reset the night and then make it a new day or a new night with an Aurora. This is going to make it the easiest to catch these because also the Emperor Jellyfish, you'll probably catch one or two before you actually get one with Atlantean on it. So at this point, you might as well. One quick thing to note about these, both of them don't really care about anything in directs besides you just want luck. So there's really nothing in regards to like nighttime, what weather event. You really just need to get your hands on it, I guess. As you see, I'm catching a few of these and not really getting anything. So the Barbed Shark is a legendary and the Emperor Jellyfish is a mythical. So enjoy getting these. Now, if you don't care about your streak, you can just bail to get something else. But like if I don't want this, I can just leave it, go for another one. Definitely don't need that or that or that. I don't know what this is. Nope. Yeah, also the Barbed Shark will give a minus 10%. So you'll know it's the right one when that's on your screen. I would recommend some form of bait with high resilient, like this deep coral 50 resilient. That's pretty decent. I think this is not it, but I might as well catch it. Now I will say what will probably be the most irritating thing is getting it and not getting the right one. Be like that. I just got a Midnight Axolotl, first legendary, not even the right one. This thing again. Oh, this is what we need, I think. Or not. No, wait, no, this is definitely not it. Might as well catch it. Oh, that was a Barbed Shark. And as you see, not Atlantean. I got a Emperor Jellyfish on the line. I think this might be an Atlantean one. Perfect. So we got that one. Last thing is just the Barbed Shark. Oh, I'll just try to get that. Oh, I got the Atlantean Barbed Shark. You can tell it's Atlantean because it has like this greenish teal coloring. So once I get this is the final one for the first fragment quest we'll be doing. Boom, we got that one. This is going to be the Vimble one. Now the other ones are pretty straightforward. So they can all be achieved inside of the caves or the Luminescent Cavern and Crimson Cavern. So gotta head back down there. All right, so the Luminescent Cavern. So they'll come over to the entrance, just talk to this guy right here, Vimble. Hey, do you know about the Desolate Deep? And you'll just go through his dialogue. Then you'll grab the Atlantean Barbed Shark first. So then they still looking for those fish. I've got them. Show me the Atlantean Barbed Shark first. Here it is. And then the Jellyfish. Here it is. Really real. Wow. Still want my fragment, of course. Boom. So you get Vimble's fragment. As a quick note, if you do want both of those Atlantean ones, just comment if you want them or not. And I'll be giving away those ones. So the next one is going to be the Wixie one that we're just going to go ahead and go to. So it's going to be down inside of the Crimson Cavern. And so in the Crimson Cavern, you'll come and just talk to Wixie right here. Hey, still struggling to find them all. It's because I already talked to him. So the first one is, Shoo, I'm collecting crystals. And you'll say, I can help. He says, good luck. They're very difficult to find. So first one right here. Next one's right there. Then there's this one right here, which is over in this corner. Now there is one more, but I believe I accidentally already collected it. Now we're going to go back on over to the Luminescent Cavern. We'll pop out right here. So the first one's right here in the Luminescent Cavern. I think I already collected it. Then there's this one right here, which is right by the entrance. And there's this one right here. And then the last one, I already claimed it, but it should be right there. And now we can head on back to Wixie, which is all the way back in Crimson Cavern. You'll talk to him. Hey, still struggling to find them all. Oh yeah, there's another one. So the last one in the Crimson Cavern's right here. I definitely forgot that one. And then also the last one is right here in this section. My bad for, being so misleading and a horrible person for forgetting those. 2, my mistake. I've collected them previously and then never finished the quest, so I thought I already had them, but it does reset every time you leave and maybe when you die, but I don't know. You probably shouldn't test it. So now we definitely have all of them. Oh, you really found all of them. Here's a fragment thing I found. Boom. Now we have Wixie's fragment. Now the next one we're going to do is Tilly. So Tilly's going to be inside of Crimson Cavern right here. Now you're just going to say, these plants are so interesting, fascinating. Sometimes I'll spot them glowing, blah, blah, blah. Can you collect 5 of them? The deal. They're just going to be these ones right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you don't have to collect anything specific. You can just grab 5, right? There's a bunch of them already everywhere. I found some. Wow, incredible. You managed to find plenty of them for me. Boom. Now you got Tilly's fragment. Now the last one, this is going to be the more interesting one. So this is going to be Rocco. So you're going to have to, we're going to head right back into Luminescent Cavern and we're going to try to spawn in like an event. So Rocco is going to be right here. Second thought, if you found, show me, I'll be back. So that one, I started the dialogue already. So yeah, so you go through and you're gonna have to spawn in a colossal ancient dragon. So I've already made a video on this, but the issue with getting that is, so this is going to be the colossal ancient dragon. So this one's actually going to be in Crimson Cavern, which is a bit irritating because you have to, go all the way back through. But so there's 2 different ones. There's the colossal blue dragon and then this one. So yeah, what you'll do is just sit and spam sundial totems to get this to spawn in, and it'll last for about 15 minutes, and it is an exotic. So I'll just sit and do this. It's also, as you see, the colossal blue dragon hunt has begun. We don't need that one. So yeah, so bit of a difference. So the colossal blue dragon, yes, can get, but we want to get this one, which is the ancient dragon. This is going to be the one inside of Crimson Cavern. So this is going to be this exotic right here. So, if you don't have the thing unlocked in your bestiary yet, you'll get it by doing this. I would also recommend having your fish radar turned on just so you can see the zone. Now, if I am correct, it should spawn in somewhere around here, either in that section or over here. I think it might be over here, but we just need to keep spamming this totem. Megalodon, we do not need that. So similar though to the colossal blue dragon, it's going to get like dark and foggy in here, and there's going to be like a bunch of lightning and all that near the area. So it'll be relatively recognizable when the event starts if you don't see the server notification, but you do just want to keep sitting and spamming totems. Okay, after AFKing for a while, continuously trying to skip it, I've come to the assumption that the normal one, or the colossal blue dragon, right, or the colossal ancient dragon, you can't get the colossal ancient one to spawn in if the colossal blue one is spawned in. So if that one spawns in, you got to go get that one, and then this one, and then obviously finally you'll bring that to Bimble, I believe. So once you get that one done, then yeah, you get that one done. So the last thing to note is you got to get, there's one more fragment, I believe, which this one is a bit of a pain to get from what I can remember. But there is, for the final one, you got to come up here and there's this lever right here. So Keppo, I could never manage to pull this lever all the way. My friend Leppo has the similar one in the Luminescent Cavern. So for this last one though, you're going to actually need a friend to do it with you. So it's actually really simple. So you're just going to have both people. I'm kind of dumb to not figure this out myself. You're just going to have 2 people pull it at the same time, right? It's really just that. Both people pull it, comes down, and then there's it's like, oh, there you hear a strange rumbling. Then there's going to be a marked spot in the water where you can go and collect the last fragment. And then, you can give it to this big boy right here, and you can get the item. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for the video. If you do want any of the items, like once I get the dragon or the ancient dragon, colossal ancient dragon myself, whatever the crap it's called, or you want any of the Atlantean fish, comment down below if you want one of them and your Roblox username, then leave a like and I will give those away. But once you have, acquired this thing right here, so next thing is you're going to need about 20 million, and you're going to need to have the ancient archives unlocked because you're going to have to craft this rod. Now there's another thing to note with it, but I'll point that out when we actually get there. Okay, so over at Ancient Archives, I don't know why there's such a frame stutter. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. What the crap? Why is there actually such a bad frame stutter? Okay, so we're in Ancient Archives, right? So we're just going to head on down here. Now we're going to come down here. As simple as just crafting it. As you might note, you need the evil sigil crafted. So since I have that, boom, now we got, see, look at that. If I turn off the performance mode, you can see the effects on it. One thing to note though, the best enchants for this, so its stats, as you see, minus 0.1 control, makes it kind of bad. So the recommended enchant that you get on this would be Herculean if you have, exalted relic. relics, which is pretty good. So if you can get the Herculean, then that one will make its game tweak, and that'll make its stats pretty decent, since Herculean will give 0.2 to that, so it'll have 0.1 control overall. And then if you also have cosmic relics, then I would recommend trying to get some enchant like overclocked, like that one, chirogenic, but those are probably going to be the best enchants you can get on this. So if you can get chirogenic and Herculean, that'll probably be the best ones you can get. But as a note, if you didn't know this, you can stack enchants on these. Now I would recommend the one enchant you don't want to get is try hard, because that'll pretty much ruin it. But you can stack enchants. So if I pull up my exalted relics, you can stack normal enchants onto this one, so that'll make it pretty good. So if I had, for example, Sea Overlord and Sea Prince, that would be very broken, because that would make all fish like 65% bigger, plus this rod stats already, practically do that. So